Hello, hello, hello. How are we all doing today on this lovely Wednesday evening? It's me sitting here hoping that the technology is still not being stupid and is actually putting me on the internet, which is always really, really annoying. But there we go. How are we all today? I hope we are good. I'm going to need to double check everything that we have, because typically when I click to go live, instantly on everything that I have, hello everybody, it says we're live. There's such a massive delay now between it saying I've gone live on my systems and stuff to actually saying that I've gone live on the physical channel. So it's like, am I just talking into the void right now and I'm not actually live? When does it cut into the fact that I am doing what I'm doing? Because it's still on my iPad, it's not saying I'm live, but it is on my phone. So I don't know what's happening. I've updated my systems, that's probably why everything's not being nice to me. But anyway, how are we all doing today? Kat, how is day 3 going on the 70k in 7 days challenge? That was correct. Joanna, Diana, Laura, hello, how are you? Kat has ramen. Absolutely fantastic. I've just finished eating dinner myself. I had mince and dumplings is what I had to eat today.
You have an AP and a dot of mince and a dot of dumplings.
AP,
Yes.
a dot of mince,
Yes.
and a dot of dumpling.
No. A pea-sized mince and a pea-sized dumpling and a pea.
Okay, pea-sized mince, a pea-sized dumpling, and a pea apparently is what I had for dinner, not mince and dumplings. Thank you. I started making tea and I've just realised I've not finished making my tea and it is still sitting over by the kettle. So that is the first thing I need to do. You don't need to finish it, but thank you very much. Laura is still reading the 12-week year for writers, setting up my 12-week goal and breakdowns. You know what, I'm going to... Thank you very much. Just a splash of milk, you know how I like it. I'm actually going to write that down. Where? You already know. I know you know, that's why I said you know. The 12-week year for writers, because that does sound rather interesting, so I shall have to give that a look-see. Cat, okay so far. I had a really bad scale. Oh, spider, no, not spiders, no, I don't do spiders. I don't do... Thank you very much.
Tea.
My little tea gremlin. I should... like little house spiders and stuff like that I see all the time that hide in corners. Like, I'm more or less alright with those. Anything that's bigger, I'm just like, no, I hate that. Can't do spiders. And Kat needs to get back to reading that book as well. I'll look it up. 12-week year for writers, 12-week goals. Sounds eerily similar to the 1991 challenge, actually. 90 days, that's roughly about 12 weeks, isn't it? Ooh. We'll have to see. We'll have to give it a look and see. We're just going to be doing the one set of the pomodoros today, so it's going to be another just 45 minutes worth of sprints. Again, because I've got a couple of the kiddies up, and one of them does not like when I stream.
No.
You.
I don't care when you stream.
You don't. She does.
Why does it not face?
But I will be live streaming tomorrow as well.
I'm not nervous.
I didn't say you were nervous.
Jamie called me a nerd face.
Oh, a nerd face.
Yes.
Okay.
That's what she is. She's a nerd face.
She's my little bookworm. Or my tea gremlin. One of the two. So yeah, just a 45 minutes today, but when I'm here tomorrow it will be a little bit longer because she's not here, she's at Grandma's tomorrow. So we're going to do it that way. Let me know what you guys are working on. Kat, whereabouts are you in your novel? What section are you planning on getting finished or at least started today? I'm still working on the third to last chapter. And we'll see how much of that I can get done, slowly piecing it all together, and I need my manuscript out. The frustrating thing that I've been doing is, typically when I work from my manuscript, this stupid big thing here, when I'm doing revision, is I will rewrite the entire book. As in, I will sit down and word for word, I will copy what is on my manuscript fresh into the new document on Scrivener, and then obviously making all of the big changes that I need to make as I go. But then it also gives me the chance to do minor sentence edits and line edits that I wouldn't have sort of picked up on or made a note to change during my big character plot revisions that I will add into the book. For these last 3 chapters, I literally just copy and pasted what I had in draft 2.5 into draft 3, and then have just been sort of rewording everything because I didn't have a lot of changes to make. And now I'm doing all of my work on what I've already got written here, and I'm completely ignoring what I have here, which contains all of the changes that I have already planned. So now I need to go through and actually do that. And do it that way. So I am actually doing the revision properly.
Where is it?
Laura is on page 113, almost halfway through. And your grant application is being reviewed. That's fantastic. Diana's still working on world building, still missing a few names for towns and stuff. I have 2 videos for tomorrow. Oh, do I? Okay. One of those is definitely not supposed to be for tomorrow. It's supposed to be for the next day, 15th. Ah, yeah, okay, so that's the 15th, and that one I believe is the 16th, so if I edit that one, not that I know how to edit that. It's the 4 PM one. It's the 4 PM one. 11 AM EST. Yeah, 4 PM is the one for tomorrow. I will change that date. Thank you for letting me know that, Kat. I thought I had done the... it's because the kettle was already boiled.
I had to boil it some more because there wasn't enough water.
Okay, it's because you added a little bit of water and that's why it boiled so quickly. Thank you for pointing that out, Kat. I will make the necessary date change. I hadn't realised that they both got put down for the 15th by accident. Can't speak. Let me put that. Joanna's got some brain fog issues today. Yeah. So anything I get done, whether writing or reading, if I can focus on it for more than 10 minutes in a row, it's a victory. We are rooting for you to be able to do as much work as you feel like you possibly can do with the brain fog, but don't push yourself too hard because we don't want to make it worse. And Kat's at 12,474 words total, so working on the last debate / break into 2. Yes, break into 2, always very exciting when we get to the debate and the break into 2. I am post-climax, so let us finish that. If we are ready to start, we're just going to go straight through into all of these sprints. We are set up as always like a pomodoro, so we're going to do 3 15-minute sprints. There will be a 3-minute break in between for a little chat. I keep saying it's not enough time, and I'm doing that in...
I can't cough anymore. You're coughing me.
And I'm doing that mostly in regards to the fact that, oh, I'm talking and it's not enough time. But for my focus, it's the perfect amount of time so I don't get distracted in between sprints. So I'm probably going to complain about it again, but it's not really a complaint. It's more like, oh, I have to stop talking and get back to work sort of thing. So as always, if I have to cut myself off in the middle of talking, I do apologise. We'll try and get back to it. So if we are ready to go, and we'll start because my kids are shouting at each other.
It's your fault. No, it's your fault.
I didn't do anything.
You coughed on me.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
We are going to start our sets of Pomodoros. First 15-minute sprint in 3, 2, 1 and begin. Okay, that was the end of the first sprint. How did we all do? I have a second child making tea. And we're slowly getting words in. Slowly. I keep again not referring to my manuscript, but I don't think I need to until I've got another good couple of pages before I need to start referring back to my manuscript, so that's not a massive issue. We're still coming along okay. It's still all right. Still a bit slow going. Just trying to figure out what inner thought to put into the in between the dialogue parts, just to flesh everything out a little bit. Which is fun. Which is not a massive issue. I find it really funny that I'm thinking about all of this now and not when I actually did the manuscript and made the revisions in the manuscript. But that was a good couple of years ago, I'm assuming. I actually first reread through this. Back when this novel was called Thrice a Broken Oath, so must have been at least 2021, 2022. Quite a while ago. So obviously me doing everything now is like, oh, and then I could do this. More revision to do, thanks. Cat got 106 words, fantastic. Couldn't tell you how many words I actually physically wrote. I actually can tell you how many words I wrote, can't I? 113 in total. Whoop-de-doo. I also did delete a few of those as well, though, to be fair, so it's alright. Diana's figured out one of the town names and the town history. A slow start, but this will be the most important town in the novel. Yes. Setting or the history that is very, very sort of plot specific. Always something that you want to try and get as right as possible, just so there's less work in regards to later making everything make sense. Absolutely. Why is it important for the novel? Is it important because it's the main setting? Is it history related? Is it plot heavy related? What makes this town so important? You need to get it as perfect as possible. Because it could be a variety of things. And Cat's introduced a portal spell on a door into my story. Love a good portal. Right, we are going to head back into our sprints. Second 15-minute sprint has begun. Have fun, and I'll see you on the other side. I keep not realising the 15 minutes is up, despite the amount of times I keep checking. How did we do? What did we get done, everybody? Regina is here. Hello, Regina. How are you doing? It's so nice to see you again. Got 187 words, so I don't know, good 71 words I wrote during that 15 minutes, which does not feel like a massive amount at all. Feels like a really terrible amount, really, personally. I couldn't tell you. But yes, Sarah, let's remember that you are revising, and most of it has already been written, so we are just making the small changes. No, now complaining about tea. Lovely. Kat got a few hundred that time. I'm at over 13,000. Yes, Kat, you're doing such a fantastic job. Absolutely brilliant. Well done. We're finally getting into the flow of what is going on. I'm not even halfway through this chapter. Not even halfway. This chapter's just getting slightly longer and longer.
Because you said you might be able to print it. Now bye. I didn't say anything.
Not this book.
I still said hurry up.
She's a massive bookworm. She complains all the time that she doesn't have any more books to read because she's read all of her books. And she keeps telling me to finish writing my books so I can print off my books and she can read my books. But she's too young to read most of the books that I write.
No, like hurry up so you can print them so they can read them when I'm old enough.
When you're older...
So already printed.
Kat has shadow manipulation in her story. Yes. I'll print off Abingdon House. You can read that one. Okay?
Is the cover pretty?
What?
Is the cover pretty?
I don't know. Do you think the cover's pretty? Oh, my child. My child.
Which child?
So you, child. So yeah, 30 seconds till we start the final sprint of this stream. Can I reach 200 words? Let's find out. She is a demanding little thing. Absolutely 100%. And she does it with this cheeky little smile on her face that makes it feel like she's not being demanding, but she is. It's sort of like a face. That face. Right. 4, 3, 2, 1. My other child is dabbing in the background. To mark the beginning of the final 15-minute sprint. Let's go and meet you back when it's done. Okay, and that is the end of the last sprint. Again, the time got away from me. I was not expecting that timer to go off, and I'm right in the middle of what I'm doing, which is annoying, but it's fine because we're not doing the 9 to 91 challenge, and I can actually continue with what I'm doing after the stream has ended. So it's not that big of a deal, but I am going to forget what I am about to write. I can't think of what I want to do. How did everybody do? I managed in total 290. Oh man, hang on. I managed 300 words. I was 2 off 300. I wasn't going to let that slide. And we are a good 3/4 of the way through the chapter now. I'm just heading into the last little bit of confrontation. The part which is sort of going to act as a foreshadow backdrop to solidify how the end of the book goes, and to sort of solidify the character arcs and the decisions that the characters make over the next couple of chapters. And again, I do sort of need to make sure that I still make sure it doesn't explode out of absolutely nowhere. And I might need to have a little bit of, I don't like what you're doing, this goes against everything we've sort of learned over the past few chapters of the book, plus all of the adrenaline coming off of what they have just done to sort of make that explosion of emotion and confrontation make more sense than it just being there for no reason whatsoever. Joanna's getting some reading done, so happy about that. What are you reading, Joanna? What are you reading? I've just finished reading. So much stuff on my desk. I've just finished reading today Heroes of Olympus, The House of Hades. I'm very, very happy to have read this book again. Do you know which of my books I have not read yet? Bet you can't guess. So I'm happy to have finished reading that. I only have 2 out of the series for for Heroes of Olympus, which is Mark of Athena and The House of Hades, which are my 2 favourite books from the Heroes of Olympus series. So I bought those so I could read those. And at some point I will need to buy the entire Percy Jackson and the Olympian series so I can reread all of those books as well, especially before we head into the 2nd season of the Disney Plus show. I love those characters. I miss those characters. I'm looking forward to reading those characters again. Kat's getting more done, but Lilliput wants out back. Diana's finished naming all of the relevant towns, and I've moved on to working on writing a few words about each major organisation, guilds, schools, etc. Yes. Joanna's reading the latest Spy, I'm just going to say Spy X Family, I don't know if that's correct or not. Spy X Family manga. Yeah, spy comedy. I know Spy X manga. X Family. I've never read it, never watched it, but I know of it. Used to be a very big anime fan when I was younger. I'm not so much anymore. I don't know, I grew out of it, I guess. Not grew out of it. Like, I still enjoy Bleach. Like, I'll watch the 1,000-Year Blood War anime when that comes out. I think it's really the only sort of anime that I watch nowadays, actually. It's really just that one. Oh no. But yeah, I was all the long list. I was Cardcaptor Sakura, Sailor Moon, Bleach, obviously, Maho Sensei Negama. They're the only ones I can think of right now. But there was more that I used to watch, but yeah, it's not my thing anymore, unfortunately. It's just sad. It's sad. Just having to get into it, having to get into the story, and having to get into the animation style or the drawing style. If it's different than what I'm used to, I struggle getting into it. There's a lot of good ones out right now. I've heard there is a lot of good ones out right now. I have heard that there is. I'm just not bothered to watch any of them, unfortunately. That's my ADHD. I need to be interested in watching something for like months and months and months before I'll inevitably just be so bored that I'll start sitting down and watching it. It's what took me 2 years to watch Arcane before I watched Arcane, and now I regret watching Arcane. Because I have to wait so long for season 2. I wish I could started watching Arcane now, so then I don't have to wait more than a year for the next season to come out. For example, Across the Spider-Verse, I never actually watched the first movie until I sort of heard there was a second movie going to come out, and then I watched the first one. But then that's me, and I'm like that. It's terrible. I like what I know. I'll rewatch shows to death, but I struggle getting into new ones. So, we are going to call it for the stream there. So, thank you guys so much for joining me today. I'll be back tomorrow. I did think I said 4 PM EST, which is 11 AM EST. I think I said EST twice. 11 AM EST, I do believe, for tomorrow. And luckily it can be a little bit of a longer one, because I've got the 2 girls out of the house, and the 2 boys are a lot easier to keep entertained. And they complain at me less when I'm streaming. She's not even paying attention to me now. That's terrible. How dare she? So yeah. Thank you guys so much. Kat, good luck with the rest of your day. As always, keep me updated with how you are doing. And I will see you guys tomorrow.